Hi, Angel. Today we're going to help you to stop hating yourself and to start actually liking yourself so that you can stop ruining your own life. Okay, this is where it starts. Basically, I used to completely hate my body. I went into a massive eating disorder, and I want to help people to not go through the same thing. Why? Because it was absolutely horrendous. Um, there is just absolutely no need for it if you can actually do the things that will help you to avoid it or prevent it. And I've also seen other people go through it, and I would never, ever put that on my worst enemy. Like, I would never, oh my God, it's like so not worth it. Okay, so basically, what we need to do is, first of all, realize that everyone has an entirely different body, different shape, different face, different everything. So everyone's going to look different. So when you see people online and they are looking a certain way, they have a certain body shape, they have a certain face shape, they have whatever, like perfect teeth, da 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 da, like you know the deal, right? Like you know that it's not meant to be the same for you. We're not supposed to have the same faces. We're not supposed to have the same body types or anything like this. Okay, so if you know this already, why do you keep comparing yourself to these people? And okay, one of the things, I'm going straight to like the points here and now, and maybe I'll rumble at the end about certain personal things, like that's fine. But one of the things that you need to realize is, of course, that yes, everybody has their own different features, all of this thing, but actually, if you feel like you can't stop this kind of comparison and all of these things, what really helps is actually to delete social media for some time. And I know that's hard. It's like, yeah, but I chat to my friends on it, and then like you can make up whatever you want. There's always reasons to keep social media and your apps on your phone. There are always millions of reasons, and I know, like, trust me, I know we're in this generation. Like, it is what it is. However, what is important to know is that how important is it to you that you have mental peace? Because mental peace means that you wake up in the morning and you're not immediately thinking about how terrible you look compared to others, or how the next I don't know, surgery or whatever is going to make you look the same as others. It's not. Like, for example, okay, this is a really good example because a lot of people don't like their nose. Like, this is a thing because on social media, for example, now on TikTok, Instagram, that a lot of people get nose jobs and they post their result on it, and everybody's going for like this petite, the princess kind of nose, like all of this, right? um my sister has that kind of nose, like, naturally, so I get it, I understand it. Like, I understand that you want to look the same also as the ideal on Instagram that's getting a lot of likes and all of these things, but is it the ideal? Like, what is the ideal to you? Let's be really realistic. And obviously this is related to body image. I mean, it is literally your body, your face is your body as well. So why is it that you need to have that nose? Why is it that you need to look like that person for you to feel good about yourself? So it's a really interesting thing to kind of ask yourself, because why is that nose the ideal? Why is it, what's happening? Like, why do you need to have that perfect nose? And and I understand why, because on YouTube there are lots of subliminals, affirmations, like all of these things to um make your brain believe that you have this kind of nose. I understand all of these things that are happening. I get it. Like, I get it, but it's not necessary. It's absolutely not necessary. One of the things that definitely has helped, apart from deleting social media, is obviously go to therapy. Hello, like that's the obvious of, you know, especially when you grow up with a family that really values looks, or if you grow up in apologies, my voice is going. If you grow up in an environment where looks and appearance are a really important value or asset to get the life that you want, right? So, like, I understand there's a thing of like a special, what is it, princess, pretty privilege, something like this, right? I understand there's that thing. Oh my God. Like, I swear, Spanish people are like the most dramatic when it comes to cars because they beep at anything. I noticed that. Seriously, living in the city is hilarious because it's like, wow, you're so dramatic. Um, I am half Spanish, so I'm allowed to say that. So it's fine. But yes, on track. Like, for real, we need to get more into acceptance mode, because, like, say for instance, when you see the important things happening. So for example, if you knew that the end of the world was going to happen in like 5 years, would you spend your time focusing so much on your image, on your body, on how your nose looks and all of these things? Would you? Or would you spend that time focusing on your growing your career, focusing on this and that? I'm telling you, like, this is it. Um, literally, as soon as I start recording for the first time in a year, it's like, oh yeah, like, so this is it, right? So like, if when really important things happen in your life, that's when things click, and you're like, oh, that's actually not that important. And I know that because it happened to me as well. Okay, so two things there that can really support you. And then thirdly, mindset is really, really important. So mindset work, I know I mentioned therapy, but like mindset work is important because it will help you to obviously shift your focus from what you're hyper focusing on that is not good for you. So mindset work means working on your self-concept, working on things like, what are my beliefs about myself and about this world? So if you have the strong belief that if I don't have the perfect toned stomach or toned body, and then and like whatever else your mind has made up because of the concepts that we have in this world that have shaped the beauty, where like, remember, they're targeting especially females, like, you have to look perfect, like, wear this makeup to look perfect, da, 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 da. You understand that like this is a thing that is the world of sales, right? Like, they're trying to make money, so of course they're going to try and make you feel like shit about how you look right now so that you spend money improving it. Okay, so it makes sense, it makes complete sense. So mindset work means that you focus on your self-concept, on your beliefs. What do I believe about myself? What I believe about the world in terms of beauty? What do I believe about my body? Is it that like I wake up or whatever, or I'm in the shower and I'm like commenting on the parts that I really don't like? Is it that I'm hyper focusing on what could be improved? Because it's gonna happen if you see ads, Instagram ads, if you see things on TikTok, how to improve but anything, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have the thoughts of like, oh, let me focus on getting another like Invisalign or something. Let me focus on getting like, let me save up for this. It's going to happen because why? Because on Instagram, you're being flashed constantly with this content and with perfect influencers, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you need to realize that it's going to happen, but it's what you do when those thoughts come up, when those niggly feelings of, oh God, like, I need to improve this because it's not good enough or whatever. What do you do when those thoughts come up? Like, okay, one of the things that obviously helps is this is more psychology related. It's instead of like the mentoring part. So you write down the irrational thought, because we call them irrational thoughts, to take away power. Write down, okay, this is what I thought. Okay, so for example, I need to lose weight or something like this. You write down the comment, and then you write down what the feeling was when you had that thought of like, okay, I felt like shit because, and I felt it in my in my chest or something like this, like it felt anxious, then it felt uncomfortable, and you write that down, okay, and you keep track when that thought comes up again, things like this. So it's being more aware of when the thoughts are coming. And okay, I'm not going to go into this because it's like it needs a whole video. But basically it's just being aware of when the thoughts come up, whether it's when you're taking off your clothes to go into the shower, things like this, right? So or when you're on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I'm well aware of, everything is very quick. I did have TikTok for about 2 weeks and then I deleted it. So I'm well aware that it's like Instagram but quicker. So just notice when I open Instagram and I see this is when the thoughts come up. Okay, well, can you stop following certain people? Things like, be really self-aware, like become more self-aware. And also it's really important to note that when you're really self-conscious and you really don't like parts of your face or your body, or you don't feel like you're trim enough, or um your butt isn't big enough, you haven't built, like, you need to squat more, all of these things, people can sense it. People can sense it, and you will project this feeling of insecurity, of not enoughness, of there is something wrong with me. And there's like, okay, so it's obvious. This is the thing. It's like uncomfortable, this uncomfortable feeling of like, I'm not good enough and I need to look perfect all the time and all of these things. And trust me, I've been there, so I know what that's like. And now I just wouldn't really care. Like I would focus on the conversation, like what is this person talking about, like what interesting topics, a lot more than what do I look like right now, what does my hair look like, whatever, who cares. So you need to realize that, yeah, your face card is important. Like, yes, you can smell good, yes, you can dress good, like these things are important. If these things are important to you, then let them be, because that's cool. It's cool to dress well, it's cool to like have a self-concept that I'm actually the coolest person that I know, all of these things, whatever. You can have your affirmations, it doesn't matter. But the important thing is, especially when you're dating, people can smell that off you. I'm telling you, they can absolutely, they can sense it. Like they can sense the insecurity of this feeling of, am I good enough for this person? Like all of these. No, we don't want to go in to like that. And especially, you know what it is when you're trying to make friends, like for example when you're traveling, this is a massive blocker, because you don't want to go traveling saying like, oh my god, why didn't I like go to the gym more, and I could look so much better for pictures. No, you don't want to be one of those people, because it's so unpleasant. And I know because I've had it. Like it's really unpleasant to look at pictures and literally point out the things in your mind that you're not happy with. So what can we do about this? Like for real, what can we do to not be stuck in that cycle of how can I hate myself more, basically, right? Okay, so I mentioned two things. I think honestly, I know it's tricky, but you need to be quite consistent. You need to be quite consistent on this element of how do I see myself? What do I believe about myself? And each day, when negative comments come up, write them down and see them as irrational. So also, because you have identified with the negative comments that push you down, it's the kind of like unidentified, that is not a word, like detaching. Okay, like that's a better, way better word. What am I saying? Okay, detaching from the actual comments that are going through your mind. So it's like, okay, I had this crap comment of my arms are not toned enough or something like this. I don't know, make it up. My arse isn't big enough. Something like this. And write them down and see them as irrational, and you can say, oh, my mind is making up a story that blah 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 blah. So it's like, you know that your mind is making up a story, that it's not you, your higher self, your inner self, your spiritual self, your most abundant self. They wouldn't say that about you. So you know that it's actually your mind making up a story. So it's the construct, right? The beliefs, the systems, the processes that have been built there, the programming that has come in to your mind, the programming that has absolutely shaped what you think and how you view yourself, because that's what we have been sold. We have been sold you're not good enough. We have been sold there is something wrong with you and you need to fix it with these products. So you need to realize that your mind is making up a story that there's something wrong with you, that you need this type of surgery, that you need these fillers, that you need. Not true. And you need to completely remind yourself over and over. You can watch this video every day if you want to, but what you need to believe is, I am abundant, I'm a beautiful being inside and out, I am beautiful as I am worthy, I'm completely worthy of beautiful treatment regardless of what I look like, I have an amazing body, I am kind and genuine, and all of these things that you should believe about yourself, instead of the absolute BS that you have made up in your mind, and not thanks to you, thanks to the programming that has happened externally. So I know I'm ranting now, and I said I would, of course, I affirmed it. It's very typical that I do. But it's really important that you realize this, because I want you to like yourself. And I want you to accept yourself first, because it's not so easy to go from disliking yourself to liking yourself overnight. I think it's important to start going into acceptance mode first and saying, right, I'm going to stop disliking myself. I'm going to start accepting. So that's the first step. The second step is actually liking yourself, which, yes, it takes a little bit of time, but you need to do rampages. You need to do your affirmations. You need to do your meditation. And you know what? Meditation, maybe not, because a lot of people are against it and they're like, Patri, like, I am absolutely not meditating. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you don't want to meditate, don't meditate. That's not my problem. But what is my problem? I feel like it is my responsibility to show you how to like yourself, how to accept yourself, and how to stop anyone else dictate your worth, or especially if it's a man, like if it's someone you're dating, if it's someone that you want to date. Like, we're not doing that. I've been there a lot of years ago. Like, absolutely not your job to please someone else with your looks. Okay. And that, like, with anything, in fact, it's not your job to please anyone with absolutely anything. And I think it's important to know, right? Let me see what the light is doing. It's just two on the side, you know? So I think it's important to know that, you know what? Us females sometimes have a tendency to change certain things about ourselves when we go into a relationship. And I would rather we did not do that. I would rather you didn't do that. And I would rather you didn't lose yourself or your sense of self or your sense of self-worth for a man or for anyone else, for a man, woman, whatever. Like, you don't have to do that. Let me say that again. You do not have to change yourself for someone else. Okay, especially your appearance. And that's literally like the main point that I want to bring forward to you, as well as start accepting yourself. But it's easier said than done, right? Like, everyone says, oh, accept yourself. No, like, Battery, how? How do I do this? Hello? Like, it's not that easy. So it's not that easy, but it takes day-to-day courage. It takes day-to-day courage to change your beliefs from I hate myself to I kind of like myself. And it took me a lot of courage, a lot of recovery time, because obviously, like, mine was extreme because I went to the anorexia side. So it took a lot, but it was so worth it. Because look at me now, like, I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber. Like, I don't think twice about anything. Like, all I focus on is, okay, I want to eat healthy because I care about my body, and that's it. There's no obsession, there's no addiction, there's no how can I change my body like overnight to look like this. No, you don't have to do that. You go to the gym to look after yourself, you go on your walks to, like, feel good about yourself. That's great. Like, feel good mentally, physically, everything. Like, you get those endorphins and get that serotonin, and absolutely, like, do that. But don't do anything for anyone else, because you don't have to. You don't have to do that. And I wish, you know what? I wish I had an older sister that told me this. And I have two older sisters, but they're busy having kids. Like, I'm not about to say, why didn't you tell? No. But what I'm telling you is what I wish I had heard back at that point, or when I was younger, or anything. Like, these are the things that I wish I had heard. So if it catches you today, then I'm absolutely delighted. I'm delighted, honestly. I'm like, please, yes, watch it again if you need to, but just prioritize yourself. Like, that's it. That's it. And I promise I'll stop my ramble now, because I know I could go on for 365 days straight talking about this, but we'll do more videos about it. I don't know. Like, let's see. Let's see. But that's my message of today. Like, there are other options. There are other ways to, like, it to life than not liking yourself and then self-destructing, right? It's like, this is proper self-sabotage behavior. Like, oh, I don't like myself. Like, how can I change myself? That's self-sabotage. That's like, you can call it your glow up after your breakup, but what is it really? What is it really when you're literally working on changing your entire face and your entire body? Is it? Is it a glow up? Or is it a self-rejection? Okay, we'll leave it there, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, because I'm going to be talking about really cool things and basically to help you improve your life, because that's honestly what I work on myself all the time. And I think it's really important, because the more you work on yourself, the more you magnetize, the more you bring in beautiful things, the more authentic you are, the more, oh man, like, your life literally 10x's, like 10x's within like a month, 2, 3, you keep going and it just gets better and better. So yeah, like, subscribe, and then let's keep going. Let's keep going together.